Hello, and welcome to today's stream. Hello, Catherine. I see you're in chat. Welcome. We're back with more Disco Elysium. I just want to point out that this game is absolutely beautiful. You can even just see it from the title screen. It looks fantastic. Anyway, yesterday we became an occultic detective in between talking a lot about university. We got quite distracted with that. Hopefully today we'll be able to progress a bit more in the game than in just general conversation. Also, you'll see that the mic is a little further away from my face than it usually is. Yeah. I just turned up the gain and I just wanted to... The reason I wasn't turning up the gain was just because I was worried about picking up external background noises. But, you know, let's test it out at least once. And maybe I can always have it not shoving itself into my cheek. Yep. Okay, the game's just loading. We actually did quite a bit of exploration yesterday. We found found out how to get around. There's something to observe here. We also have new journal entries, gift books, and molten candy. Investigate doomed commercial area. People say the commercial building search for the malignant entity. Someone said she lives inside a chimney. Find a way in. Oh yeah, we got a key. I remember now. That was useful. Should we investigate behind these curtains now? Might look a bit better if you lower the camera slightly. Is that better? I'm a floating talking head. Okay, let's pull the curtains open. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards. Your shadow looming over it like an omen. A small terrified "oh" escapes from Blazons as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Is this better? I also was slouching, so that's another factor as to why I would look like a floating head. Let's observe. Ghastly silhouettes of hair dryers, or ghostly silhouettes rather. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. I think that's more than vaguely androgynous, considering I thought it was a woman. But, alright. We step in. Warded door. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Knock on the door, unlock the door with the key. Break down the door. Absolutely no reason to do that. Let's knock on the door first. Only an echo, no one is in there. Okay, unlock the door with the key. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. Kim, maybe you should go first. Open the door and enter. We have to show Kim that we're a big, strong fellow so that he can trust us. Oh. Hello, Kim. What do you got to say?
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's the netherworld beyond the veil. It looks like a gym to me. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, but no one's been here in ages. He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on. An eerie feeling rises in your chest. Oh, that's not good. What if there's a reason why no one's been here? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. Sounds good. Yeah, let's actually equip something. Okay, we can't do it that way. Just shows that we really haven't been doing much. There we go. Hey, look, now it's following us. That's funny. You look a lot older in that sort of profile than you do here in this picture. Look, him. Okay, there's this. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Yeah. Sounds like there's a train or something nearby. Weird. The poster says Citius Fortis, the rest is worn off. Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe. Yeah. Should I do a strength check? A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. Physical instrument, trivial success. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast is dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar? This is familiar because I'm a weightlifter. Look, him, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. Legendary. Lift the barbell. No way. Is it familiar because I'm a weightlifter? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory. A memory from another life when you were young and fit. Look, him, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. You're right, the weights may fall off. Better not touch it then. What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony. Actually, I don't really care about safety hazards. It should be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore. Yeah, I'm not trying. I could hurt myself. As we've established is possible. Anything else that I can look at right here? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Maybe we should go up these stairs. Nothing, not yet. Ooh, this is dark. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. Interesting. Why are there so many window panes there? That's a little strange. It's almost painful. Full of pain. Yes? No? Maybe? Don't forget that I'm a genius. Those are the lyrics to the Zeke and Luther theme song. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Yes. Maybe I should take one of them. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. I don't know what a demijohn is, but I had to read that before I pronounced it with a weird accent. Okay, yeah, a lot of things of that sort. This is interesting music. Very creepy, that's for sure. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs. They remind you of blades. Maybe we'll find a clue here. This is eerie. Oh wait, I heard something rattle. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Ooh, a drawer. Ooh, money. Yay. There's definitely something rattling around. This. Project Dreadboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Even the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. Inspect the drawings. These lethe, I believe that's the word, lethe pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona, no longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. Examine the welkin, this is important. It's Varahamira. A high welkin. Oh. That was such low-hanging fruit, I apologize. I'm better than this, and so are you. His face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. A lot of race stuff happening. Let me turn up the game's volume for you guys a little bit. There you go. That's that should be a good place. The Holder, the Dweorg, the humans, and even the Headless Men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin. Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all. Yeah, scary. The lieutenant can't help but comment. An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. It's a Welkin supremacist. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. The lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Okay, let's move on. on the Balkans. Just look at those details, so much effort. And for what? All gone. Inspect the photos. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm, animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers by Boreal Dweorg. Yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, the heat-death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirael becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe. Interesting. Inspect the schedule. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50, so that was last year. Cryptic words like sprint, daily mini-me, or I think that's mini-me. Minime? I don't think that's a word. Anyway, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid. The grand scheme of production and money. Mini-me stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called R.U.N, or Run. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed. Keep reading what happened. This was a pretty good success. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in the region. The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, looks like they didn't make it. A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the production schedule filament for details. Inspect the notes. Handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out. Wirael untethered and heat death of the universe. Leave. Someone was developing a game, and they didn't get to finish it. Mainframe. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off piece. Button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer. A radio computer, says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine. Just sitting here without anyone in sight. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious. Do you think I should turn it on? We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it. Let's step away for now. I'll come back to it. I actually wanted to check what's here. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth button. This. Frequency, fireplace. This old fireplace is covered in lines, drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kedron mosaic tiles. Very Pesantic. Hold on, how do I know what Kedron mosaic tiles are supposed to look like? History class. Students with their textbooks open studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. What am I looking at? Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Summerton nodes 2, sparse and cryptic. Radio frequencies for what? Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. Does this have anything to do with those tattoos? So we're dealing with something medical here. This must be an elaborate piece of art. Of course, now your eyes. The anatomy of the curse. Not that deep into the occultic. Let me move this a little bit closer so it can pick me up. Maybe a little bit better than it has been. I punched it. My bad. See, move things around. It's getting caught and stuff. Ta-da! There we go. Now I can speak relatively normally without having to worry about my volume. We're dealing with something medical here. This must be an elaborate piece of art. Of course, now your eyes. The anatomy of the curse. Perhaps the web is comprised of radio stations. All lead back to one red heart titled the Game Master frequency. Notices this one can listen in on any station at once? Choose the Game Master. If it's a game, then who's playing? Who is the GM? Someone very important. Let's see. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the game master's frequency. If it's a game, then who's playing? Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this gone left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off. My god, the lieutenant leans closer, his finger tracking the maddening rhizome. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their projects became. Why do you say that? The schedule, he nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean. I know doom and I see it. The company was running out of funding. What else? Squint at the lines. Nothing, it's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages. I think we failed a perception check there and it just didn't say. Was someone running a game? A really big, massive multiplayer on-air game and building the lore as they went. That's crazy. Scribbled across the notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Yeah, also this is really meta. I like the comment that the less money they had, the more ambitious they got. Ain't that real? Come on. Walk. I wanna backtrack just a little bit. I have to make dinner, so I'll be quiet for a while. Okay. Just don't mute the tab or something. I don't know. I don't know. Someone told me to tell you that. I can't remember when. Take all. Money. It's not like anyone here is using it. Is this a door we can inspect? There's something back here. Look in here. Yes. Oh, no, come on. Skis with slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. I wonder how you can see that, dude. This looks like a drawing board. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. Maybe not. Conceptualization. Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. I don't get it. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the name Slipstream logo. Mute the tab? Yeah, I don't know. Just do whatever. Don't worry about it. Seems like they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. But the question is, why did they start with, and which did they pivot to? Which did they start with? That's a good question. What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. That's just speculation, we don't know anything for sure. What a strange thing. Reality is ruthless. I think that was a good check. Is there money in here? What the heck? Production schedule filament memory. Huh, cool. That looks potentially quite useful. Potentially being the keyword. Let us go over here and try opening this door. Where do we end up? Where are we? We're still inside because it shouldn't be completely dark yet. I think, maybe. The Windhausen from the coal chute above. The stones. Is this a fridge? Maybe we are ice bear fridge. You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. A visual calculus. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. A crack open the door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. Backs him, it's a fridge. Of course, just a giant ice bear shaped fridge. He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door. Let's look inside the refrigerator. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumbled ice cream wrappers with the brand name Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. Take the note from the door. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets, keeping it on the door. Oh, we have magnets. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. The lieutenant, reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnival. I know, says the... Oh, so we said that. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore. I know, says the lieutenant. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money. To this day, the lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge. The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. Close the door. Let's take a look at this note. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface. Does it say anything interesting? The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumbled notes over your shoulder. Not soldier, shoulder. This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Read the note. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere else. The illiterate ginger kid is probably Kuno. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sally Slow. I wonder who wrote that note. What's a filament memory? That's a good idea. Who's the illiterate ginger kid? Definitely Kuno. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer. Who's the illiterate ginger kid? It's Kuno. Really? The lieutenant looks at you, the corner of his mouth curved into a smug grin. You don't have a single guess? You mean Kuno? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory, even if he doesn't know what to do with it. He'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. I wonder who wrote that note. Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer. You just say not very good. Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be? I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge. The note away. Cool. And we got magnets. We have this production schedule filament memory. We have this empty cassette case. There's this. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There is a hidden doorway here. Bizarre. Let's quickly grab this before we do that. Where's an ice cream maker that's still running? We can get the filament memory from this, I bet. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turn the ice cream crank, try to crack open the lid. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A power bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the power bar in your hand, detective. Equip it, okay. And the crank. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You never became a poet or an entrepreneur. Okay, let's quickly handle that. By going here. And items or tools. Put this in our right hand. Cool. Let's do that. Ooh, it's very low. Power bar not strong enough. Should I go for it? 3%. Yeah, let's try it. Oh, we got a critical success? That's crazy. Heroic success. That's crazy. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You could swear you succeeded, but the lid simply won't budge. What is this? You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes. That's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. Advanced? Where do we get one? I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool. Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker. My goodness, the one time I get lucky, it is for naught. Fantastic. How great? How great is that? We don't need the pry bar. What's here? Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Okay, what's this? Breaker box. 2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The one... I don't have enough water. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Unplug the... Let's unplug both. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Unplug the... cable. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr. Leave. That's probably for the best. This will melt eventually, I'm sure. That was just not fair. I try so hard. How do we get there? Okay, there we go. What's this? 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Okay, can I do anything with this information? We should talk to Kim. Okay, nothing, leave. Can't retry that one here, I don't think so. Oh, what's this? A hole in the wall. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in. Where are we? Look around the secret room. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. He points up at the rifles under the ceiling. Must be an old weapons cache. Look, there's a hole in the wall. There is, yes, and there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look? Okay, I do. Your hand reaches deep into the darkness and spiders rummaging around. You find rusty rifles hidden away. Rifles, Kim. Inspect the rifles. Most of them are rusty and inoperable like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns. This one looks nice. But the antique bell Magrave. Yeah. An old bell Magrave from the Revolution. The lieutenant notes with approval. His eyes are gleaming. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. What does this mean, a rifle here? It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future. He likes this find. Let's leave. Cool. Now I have a gun. That doesn't work. Let's continue. Anything here? Yeah, we can go downstairs. I used to be observant. Cellar window. People's feet shuffling by on the street. Here. Can we get any closer? There's nothing else in here. Perhaps. Oh! Money! That's good. We need all the money we can get. And upstairs we go. Yankee with brim. I never got that meme. Never understood it. Mute the stream. I mean, mute the tab, not the stream. I think she's on mobile in any case. Doesn't really matter. Ah, where did we end up? Oh! We're here. Close to the murder site. Interesting. We got an antique rifle. We got this production schedule filament memory. We got this empty cassette. That's interesting. Now I can put this away. Let me do that. Maybe if I shine a light in Kuno's face, he'll go away. Should I try it? Maybe I will. Let's do that. Just want to see how he reacts. Yeah.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Nah, that didn't work. I wanted to just like scare him or something. But nope. And that did not do anything. Also, I found out that this game celebrated its 1-year anniversary recently. That's really cool. I'm only a year behind, as opposed to the normal 3 or 4, at least. Remember when I played Portal for the first time? That was a while back. There's something I wanted to take a look at. I have to put the light. I have to put the torch back on. Immersion ruined. I mean, he's on drugs anyway. Also, there should be no hyphen there. No reason for that hyphen. Oh, hold on or wait to gain additional information before the conversation moves on. That's good. That's a nice little tip. Come on, put me back in the dingy dark place. Okay, cool. I'm gonna... do we need it? We already unplugged that. I just want to go... We didn't finish exploring this area, did we? No. Let me put the flashlight back on. Might help. There you go. It might make us more observant. Who knows? Didn't say. Oh. Wall collapse. This is inaccessible now. What's here? Central furnace. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like the furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony. Kim, what is inside? What is this thing? A furnace? Look inside the furnace. Smear your hands with coal. Kick it with your foot. This is an idea. Look inside the furnace. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other near the smoke chamber upstairs. What are you doing? The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. Maybe the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs. Wait, really? He looks up at the ceiling. We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs. Yell hello into the furnace. How is this? How is that a check? Why can we not just yell? Also, I hit a 3% chance. No, it was even lower. I hit a double 6 critical success earlier, and it meant nothing because it just said your equipment's not good enough anyway. So I've run out of luck. Isn't that it? Yeah, let's just try it. Hey, we got a success. Wow, that was quite a loud one. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes through the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then, you hear a woman's voice answer. You've awakened the entity. This is the police. Who's there? I summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me. This is the police. Who's there? Perception, hearing. You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside. The lieutenant nods, then points upstairs. After you, officer. Okay. Leave. I think that's good. What do we get? Oh, we leveled up. Now, do we put one in logic or perception? And that's where I'm leaning. I'm gonna... Maybe we should go with logic. Or perception. We could max out perception now. It might be for the best. It might help us catch more things. So I'm willing. Let's level it up. Cool. That means I can also investigate one other thing. Which we will probably have time to do. Anyway, these stairs seem to open up. No, they were already open. Probably. Let's see what this means. Don't forget to click the orbs around here. They have surprises. Ah, there's something over there. Anyway, we saw this RPG development station. Is there a room here that I didn't investigate, or is that just a window? Oh, there is a room here I didn't investigate. Anything back here? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, we can go upstairs then. A little faster. Oh, there sure is a lot here to investigate. Floorboards creak. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. The floorboards creak. And does someone live here? Won't do anything with that. Puddles of melting snow. Oh. This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. I think we can take our flashlight off for now. And this? Candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Okay, there's more stuff here.
I'm Nia.
Novelty dice maker. Hello, I'm Nia. A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you
This
try
is a nice
knocking on
theme.
my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
I'm glad that finally I'm playing a game that uses the correct plural and singular forms. Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching. Hold on, what do you mean by milieus?
Yes, a milieu is like a calling station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
Pass the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different
Ah.
languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Ah, it's a podcast. You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking me about dice? Let's move on. You must have, I haven't knocked on your window.
And how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about that?
I'm a dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
I want a 21-sided die. Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice. Maybe, I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes and mysteriously answers. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer and I need to ask some questions.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games.
This person seems more voice-acted than the
I'm
others.
not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals. It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need. How did you become a dice maker? Okay, I'd like to order a die from you. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place? Look around the room. We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus. Plaisance right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse. Creative. The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into the shadows above. I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area? Do you know what happened to other tenants? Well, let's ask this. I've heard the stories, she nods, as the window howls in from the furnace shaft above. And I don't think those stories are true. Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then? Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies. How do you explain what happened? It's just capitalism, she shrugs. Yeah, basically. And we're here to abolish capitalism, kind of. I don't know, that was one of the goals that popped into our head. I don't know if I'm going to act on it at all. I don't really feel strongly about economics in general, but I am more on the side of capitalism. Not capitalism, communism. Yeah, that's my political leaning showing. But anyway, you only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail. That's definitely true. This is true of all things, by the way, especially games and music and art. Plaisance is the one you sent me, and also business, obviously. That's the context in which it's being said. Yeah. Plaisance, the bookshop lady. She raises her brows. I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Plaisance is a wise woman. She has so many to know. Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The girl is just biding its time before it strikes her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. That's definitely not what we're here to investigate. Let's go with this one. Alright, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in Rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. Well, the Whirling in Rags is part of the Doom commercial area. Yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach it there. No, the Whirling in Rags isn't doing well either. Twitch just took off and customers have trouble paying bills. Ha ha ha! That's us! We have trouble paying bills. That has nothing to do with Whirling in Rags. You're right, the Whirling in Rags doesn't really look like it's cursed. Let's go with this. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time under the East Delta Commerce Center project. No, the Whirling Rags isn't doing well either. And then there's me, she sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Wow, that's a lot of time to be making a living off that. I mean, you don't have to pay rent, but still, that's impressive. Not exactly a million real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it? Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to brew the curse. It's because you're the source of it, Emmeline. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. This is a good line. I might pick that one. The curse will get you, you have no doubt. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in the so-called curse. This is a nice line. The dice maker erupts in laughter. What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism. Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in the psychic quest. I think it still might be you that's causing this. No. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world, yeah, it's this one. Exactly, she pinches the root of her nose. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful as far as we can see. Why hasn't her business failed? We hit a legendary check earlier. Let's try it. Yep. Wow, that was almost a critical failure as well. Feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here. Start taking off your clothes. Do you need to connect? No, leave it at that. Into Shivers. Shivers sounds like a really cool ability. Anyway, do you know what happened to other tenants? Everyone else is gone. More or less. She adjusts the yellow scarf that covers her hair. Are you interested in anyone specific? Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind. There used to be a hair salon here, right? What happened to the gym? What's up with the broken windows? Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around. I found creepy mannequins. What's with the rotor blades and skis? I found a strange machine. There was a terrifying taxidermal bear in the cellar. Oh boy, the fabled Revachol Ice City. You're in for a treat here. She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story. Sounds more like a... Rakugo. Except standing, I suppose. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now, ask me about their other ideas. Indeed, what were their other ideas? Alright, what about the other ideas? There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing. Leans back, disapproving. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all. That's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around? I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business? Yeah. Oh, but they did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they really had the bear. She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear? It didn't work out. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol Ice City lost a price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents apiece, out of regular fridges. Huh. That sounds very nice. Non-solemnly, it's the market doing its best. It's the market doing its job. That's very pro-capitalism. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared, like it could become alive any moment now. I killed the bear. You unplugged it. You did what? She rolls her swivel chair an inch closer to you, unsure whether she heard you right. I had to kill the bear to become the bear. I murdered it with my own bare hands. I laid it to rest. It's my trophy now. I unplugged the fridge to help Revachol Ice cut their losses. Ah, of course, they left it plugged in. Even in debt, the bear is costing them money. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherian. Sounds cool. Very cool, but I don't want to hear about bears anymore. Let's move on. Megatherian? Megatherian, that's the dice maker. A mega wild beast. Very cool, but I don't want to hear about bears anymore. Oh, I totally understand. Anything else? Actually, I had other questions. Let's get to the whirling in rags. Nothing really. I didn't know him. The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window. Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening? I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. What do you mean by the daily ruckus? And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window? Do you often work Sunday nights? I see. Daily ruckus. Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling in Rags backyard. She stops to try and come up with an example. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. She's heard of the murder, but did not see it. So she looks up at the window. Pale light comes in, but I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. Do you often work Sunday nights? It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home. I see. Thank you for your answers. She nods. Anything else, officer? Okay, I'd like to order a die from you. Maybe we'll get better at checks if we have another dice. Or another die, rather. Been talking a lot. It's already 6:08 in universe, but it's quarter to the hour here. I wish I had more water. But at this point, I'd be stopping for like 3 minutes to just have 10 minutes left on the stream if I went to fetch water. So let's just keep going. Yeah, I'd like to order a die from you. How did you become a dice maker? How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. My friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Do you like role-playing games yourself? Not especially. I like working with rare materials and steady pay, and role players as customers, they're nice. Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items, that's true. She's thankful for the security they provide her. I have more questions. Okay, I'd like to order a die from you. Well, she nods. This is what she's here for. Tell me what you have in mind. Do you know the Wirral untethered setting? I want to die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want. Just a normal die from you, please. Very regular. What kind of die do you think fits my personality? I think I have just the right one for you. She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm. Police colors, because I'm a police officer, right? Not the most original, I know. She smiles, almost apologizing, but sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch, she tosses you the dice. They're a gift from me. Oh no! It's so low. Beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever do you do? Don't overthink it. Come on, please. Please. Damn. You overthink it, your hands can't agree what to do, and 2 dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room. Down the drain, like your career, jokes the dice maker, her eyes tracking the remaining polyhedron. Then she catches your eye. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary. I don't play fetch. Pick up the red dice. Die. That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken. It's a shame. They might have brought you luck, and you'll definitely need luck in Martinez. Is she pitying you? Good God, she's pitying you. Now, was there anything else? Don't I have to pay you? I have more questions about this building. I'm listening. Ooh, more. Found a strange machine. Let's leave for now. We can certainly get more information if we need it. We got a red dye. Nice. Oh, should we quote the other one? No, look at the map in the journal, but I don't have a map, do I? Map. This one's opened. These ones still locked. Those on white are available to try now. Okay, we can try that one. I wish we had a map. I think we could probably buy that from a company. Let me put the thing on. Sorry. Tools. There we go. Is there any way to maybe pick up the other one? No? No way at all? Is that what you're saying? I really want the other one. Like blue. In case people didn't know that already. There's a good fast travel. Oh wait, there's this machine here that we could use the fragment with. Forgot about that. Turn on the machine. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from slumber, revealing virescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. Inside the compartment, it's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling and disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Insert the production schedule. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. Press play. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hole until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air. East Insulindian repeater station. Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. This is East Insulindian repeater station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Machine, are you alive? What's the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. You mean that glowing thing up on the... Yes. Is that the production schedule? Yes. Good. Please repeat the password. Password, of course, who would have a password? That's why it's a human administrator involved. A password, I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police, please open this thing. The voice recites, I'm contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident without filing a warrant with in Lintel, I guess. I cannot give you access to this filament. I'm afraid we're not doing that unless we want to wait for a month. Now, can you please repeat the password? The voice of the machine asks again. She sounds cold in the damp air. Can you give me a hint? No. Yeah, a hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater station. Is it my birthday? Still no. I don't know the password. Received. I will register this login attempt. Don't worry, passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. What did you call me? Fortress Accident. Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered. Do you have any other information about this company? One moment you hear her flip. Oh, that's okay. Flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care. Fortuitous accident. SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says. That's not bad. Wow, so conceptual. Ah, so conceptual. Jams, and what's that? The static drowns her response. Any other questions? Do you hear her ask when the connection finally improves? We can maybe nope. Okay. That's all for now. Thank you and goodbye. The old lady's voice disappears along the I don't know, an old lady. Press print. Nothing happens. Okay, remove. Cool, leave. What do we get? Cool. 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 Yep, there we go. Now let's talk to Kim. Kim, come on.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to exercise the curse using the technology. It looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The only question is what the hell were they making? Yes, that is the question. The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it. Make it work on radio computers. Their madness see things as a compliment. How were they planning to do that? Has anyone ever done this before? Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Koningstein. That's it, Koningstein. Yeah, sure. Koningstein, you know, places with industry. Not in Revachol West among the ruins. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interstellary game before. We just don't have the technology. How are they planning on doing that? Through call-in stations, he nods at the fireplace. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game as long as they have a two-way radio. In this, the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the story. It's functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts. And this was a role-playing game. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. He points to the chalkboard. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the Wirral board game, with heat death thrown in. Super cool, someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished. What do you think happened to the company? No idea, they stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Wow. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but, the lieutenant tilts his head thinking, they were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of their... First got them, I see. The world is cold and lonely, this would keep it company. Let's finish it. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger. This world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. A half smile breaks out on his face. It's too late for that, I'm afraid, he says, looking around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat across the room. Okay, he concludes. Let's keep moving. Hey, we got at least we got 5 experience. What's the fastest way out? Oh well, I suppose we have to talk to bookshop lady anyway. It's not this way. Sorry. Plaisance in the isn't very pleasurable winter. I don't actually know if Plaisance has anything to do with that. My French is not that good. Hey, 4 viewers, what's up? Sorry, sometimes I read out names. I know lurkers don't like being called out, but I just... Well, I can't actually read anyone's names, but I just like seeing the numbers go up. Oh, that was a journey and a half. Just in time for the stream. So, we can put away this thing.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
Okay, well, while I'm shining this light on you, because I forgot to put it back in my bag, the dark sarcophagus, paused dramatically. Yes, how was it? Tell her how ghastly it was, you know. It's what she wants to hear. It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from this bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see there, just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sun shine in. I am in no position to give out personal opinions. Let's go with this. I knew it! A tremor runs through her. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon her. She shakes her head. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity? I had a few more questions about the curse. Talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nia, and she's a novelty dice maker. Novelty dice maker? Her eyes widen. Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am. I've felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. You may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malign entity further. No, ma'am. Okay, she looks perplexed. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse? Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? The narrative she's built herself, it does not need tearing down. You know, it does need tearing down is what logic says. Its suggestion says, just don't say you don't have any answers yet. The uncertainty is killing her. Just don't say you don't have. Yeah, okay, drama. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie. Sire? I like how drama addresses us with such formality and old English. She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. The endurance tells us she probably can't withstand it. She says just capitalism, bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. Lie. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have any answers. I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads to be followed, like that strange radio computer thing. There's another entity, more malign, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. Let's go with that. A third order presence? Yes. She lets go of the pendant. A great dark leaf washes over her. I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public. She gestures for you to be silent. We've got 70 experience. I understand everything, sir. Thank you for descending into the maelstrom. I will keep Ford up here, strengthen the wards, do my best, and if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, she performs an X-shaped cross on her chest. May the Lord be with you. I don't know if she means this or this, because I mean, this is... whatever. Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you. Yes, the dark venture continues. In other waters, darker waters, he turns to you. Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses? And a few more questions about the curse. Thank you, and good night. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was our adventure for the day, I reckon. There's one thing I want to do before we end the stream, though. You saw we put a point into perception earlier in the stream, so now we're going to do the one perception check that I've been trying to do ever since we started this game. Save one stream. Except for the very first stream when we didn't have the game installed yet. But yeah, let's just do that if this game will load. And then we'll end it for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I really appreciate it. We got an above average number of viewers this stream, and that's really cool. I love to see it. And I hope people are enjoying this game, because I'm enjoying it a lot. It fascinates me so much. Can I look at this? Oh yeah, it's the tracks. Visual calculus, I need an upgrade for that one. I'm tempted, now that we've got like sort of good foundational ones like endurance and perception a little bit more locked in, we can focus on our more logical side, which is what we specialize in technically. Well, literally speaking, actually. Not even technically speaking. Can we walk there, I wonder? Okay, we have a very high chance of getting this right. Please. I scored the best possible roll earlier. It was insane, and it meant nothing. Can I just get a normal one this time? My goodness! Can I try again? Please? I've worked so hard. Let's load the game. Please, I just want to get it right. I know this is save scumming, and I usually don't like this. But my goodness, I've put so much into this, and my terrible luck is just undoing me. Need to pass time, buy a book. I don't have money. Lol. If you guys don't appreciate me doing this, then I'll be sure to apologize. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'll do. If you guys think I'm cheating the system with this, I mean, come on. I'm getting cheated here, if anything. I'm getting cheated out of content. I don't even know how many streams we've done of this, but it's been a lot. This back. Come on. If it doesn't work this time, then I'm just accepting it as fate. It shouldn't, because we've done a lot of checks with it, and we've done well. We've put points into it. But I'll accept it if we don't get it the second time, because then I think it's fate. Even though I don't necessarily believe in fate, but I think that's good content. Anything for content, right? Hope all of you have had a great day otherwise. Come on. Let's go. I'll even lock myself in with a save if we don't fail it. I mean, if we do fail it. If we don't fail it, I'll also save. Because, I mean, hey. Then I definitely want that outcome. Come on, please. 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 There we go. Thank goodness. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. Pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby something, something, something. And we will save this for tomorrow's. You pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door. What is this then? A tool shed? He peeks inside and let's investigate. Now we got a general thought. Thought complete. Lonesome long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district, then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone, and so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Yay! Oh, we were so close to leveling up. Okay, we'll definitely do that tomorrow. We'll level up 1 more. We have more stuff to explore now. Fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better note to end on. Honestly, we got content. We got lucky. Getting an 83% chance on our second try. Isn't that lucky? Okay, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please follow if you're not following already, but you probably are, considering my audience. Streams every day. You can check the schedule to find out what's happening this week. It's basically the same as last week. I hope you have a good day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Let me get back to the main menu so we have some music to end on. Just some. Even if it's a little bit less than uplifting. Anyway, that's going to be me for the day. Thank you so much, and goodbye.